Welcome to the Season Podcast.
Welcome to the Snobs Podcast, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're having a great week so far. We're here to push you through, get you forward into that week, into the weekend where you can party. Maybe to some of the tunes we talked about tonight. But producer Paul, how are you, sir?
Doing great today. Running a little late and rushed as usual, but I'm doing good. How about you?
Well, I'm glad you made it on time. Listen, you were here before the intro hit, but I am very excited. We have a full house tonight.
A really full house.
Besides us, there's 5 other great people joining tonight. And I'm super stoked, super excited. Everybody keep joining in the comments. Let us know. This is a 2-part event we're doing again. Last time we did it was, we did one in April. It was a mixtape episode, but we did a 2-part mixtape episode back in February of love songs one week and then breakup songs the next week. And I thought it'd be fun to do another 2-part adventure a little bit. It's not like love and heartbreak or, all this stuff, but it's this week we are covering Cookout songs.
Yep.
So like songs like we like listening to at the old cookout or barbecue, however you put it. The picnic.
Get out of here.
Yeah, the Appalachians. I think.
Oh my God.
What do you call it? The Appalachians.
It's Appalachian. Jesus. Oh my God.
You want to make it sound like Appaloosa so much.
I guess so.
Appalachian. I guess it really is everything everywhere because they span from Georgia all the way goddamn up. So everybody's got different accents, so it is what it is. But we do have some great people sitting in the green room waiting for us, and we want to hear you guys talking about it along the way. Horror Sir Sturdy is here saying showtime. That's a bummer. Now join in the comments, though, everybody. Let's get him out here. Our often third mic. What's going on, Sir Sturdy?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? How's it going? Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too.
Shake.
Shake, man. Smash from Betting Bros, which will be back.
Got it. We're here for the Michigoonies. Never say die.
The Michigoonies. And then often someone we bring on for his expertise in all things movies, music.
Oh my God.
He's our resident curator, if you will, here at the Scene Snobs. And that is Trevor Stottlemyre, Ambassador Media and Radio.
And salutations,
Really
everyone.
quick,
Thank you very much.
Can I just let some people know who he is over on Horror Sir Sturdy? He is our foreign correspondent over on Horror Sir Sturdy. For obvious reasons. If you don't know why, you got to tune into the Scene Snobs where we went through all the Godzilla films.
Stop plugging your show before I finish all of our guests.
Didn't I just say go watch Godzilla on the Scene Snobs channel?
Yes, very fair, very fair.
40 movies. Amazing. You'll see why.
This is me with his magic tricks. Didn't I say go see the scene? No, but not me either. All right. You guys have to know the voice by now. It's getting to be very iconic, especially with all the collaborations with us around here. We love him. We love how he talks. Yes, that's right, sir. Troy Hill Talks is here. What's up, Troy?
Hello. How is everyone today?
We are
Good.
good.
Very
Thanks
good.
for joining in, man. Appreciate having you.
Good. It's a pleasure to be here.
Glad to have you back. I've been watching some of your reviews, Troy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Been
man.
enjoying listening to those and watching those.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to the Future, must watch.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yep.
man, you did some good stuff. All right.
Fun.
And last but not least, the man, one of the 3 geeks, is here, ready to talk about Matlock. That's the guy, Jason Taylor.
What's going on? Man, I can't believe you brought me in after Troy. It's hard to follow him because of that, that voice, like made for radio. And then I come in sounding like a dweeb, like, "Oh, guys, check me out."
Matlock!
Dude, I'm just glad you're here, my friend. All of you guys are here. We're going to talk some music. A little bit different for us. I mean, mostly we're always talking movies. But we can attribute some of these to movies, I think.
This is a really important music episode, though.
Yes, it's one of my favorites. And next week we will be doing another mixtape episode, episode number 7. This is number 6, of course, and we'll be talking about music from horror movies. We're not talking about scores. We're talking about songs, just songs from horror movies that we like, and we're going to cultivate a list off of it. But let's start, all right? Like what I like to do is I like to pick somebody and they go through their whole list, kind of share their story of what they picked and why. And with this one, I think we're going to go with our most newest member of our little group here. And I'm going to go with Troy Hill, man. Please, sir.
Wow, the pressure is
Who's
on.
with his voice?
Well, I went with like some classic R&B because I'm kind of channeling into my mother that passed away a couple of years ago. So I know like 95% of this would be something that we would be listening to if my mom was grilling right now, or she was just hanging out with me grilling. So, first song would be "Happy Feelings" by Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Wow, nice.
So I'm sure everyone's heard that. "Zoom" by the Commodores. Then Erykah Badu, "Master Healer."
Very nice.
Then I would do some also some Erykah Badu, did you know?
Well, let me ask you this. Troy. Set the tone for me, man. You're hanging out, you're barbecuing, and you're playing the music. How is it making you feel, man? The music. This seems like this is a very cool vibe you're putting together here.
Oh, well, yeah, this vibe I'm totally connected. I mean, to what's going on musically. It's kind of like, because I'm not a smoker, but I think if you focus in on the music that I'm playing, you can get there almost without being a smoker, if that makes any sense. So when I make a list, it's not just a list, it's a musical journey, so to speak. So that's
What are you grilling, Troy? That's what I want to know. What are you grilling?
When am I grilling? Oh, I'm grilling ribs for sure. So it's definitely, it's definitely ribs and stuff. And I'm splitting off the top and turning that into what are they called? Not shorts, rib tips or whatever. So I'm burning the ends on the ends. So it's like a little bit of burn on the rib tips. They're beautiful with my mom's potato salad, and we also got like a bunch of different other sides as well. So it's definitely a pretty soulful event. Yes, it's definitely a soulful event. But
when you finish your list, what I like is what's your drink of choice at any barbecue, cookout, whatever.
Ironically, it's beer, but specifically it would be something like a Coors Light or something like that. And the reason being is because here in Texas, it's hot as hell, so you can't really be drinking like all like these like heavy, like thick type of beers because you will die outside. you will be an afterthought. So I'm definitely drinking like some type of light beer while I'm outside and stuff, enjoying the weather and enjoying the heat, but I'm definitely not drinking any like Guinness or anything like that because I do like life, and like I said, my life would be cut short very, very quickly drinking some thick ass beer out in the Texas heat.
I love that, man. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome, man. And so here, please finish out your list, man. I want to hear it.
Okay. Well, we also got some Prince, "Mountains," my favorite song by Prince.
Nice.
Also followed by "Pop Life," and we also have "Not Kiss," with this "When Doves Cry." We have "Let's Do It Again," the Staple Singers.
Nice.
We have Miss Lucifer's Love by P Funkadelic.
Yep.
And we kind of rounded it off with some Al Green and Curtis Mayfield, kind of a little bit of this and that throughout the whole thing. So you can kind of see it's definitely a 70s kind of vibe as far as R&B goes, like a bunch of Dusties. And then it has like a kind of like a neo soul nuance with the Erykah Badu's of the world and stuff. So that's definitely where I would go. And I would sprinkle like some new hip hop in there as well. If it was like, especially the new LL Cool J, that Saturday song, and then like some new Common and a Pete Rock, I would definitely be playing that right now as well.
Cool. I love it. That's a great list, man.
Appreciate that.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, we're gonna go on and to the next person's list. Remember, guys, set the tone for us. Share your story. What's your drink of choice? at any cookout. I'd love to hear, because actually I want to see what the region, how it's different. Like you attributed it to Texas heat and why you're drinking that, so that was very cool. So I'd love to hear what everybody's answers will be. All right, let's go with Jason. Jason, let's go with you next.
So glad you chose me before Shake, because I have a feeling we're going to double up on a lot of things. But
I'm just gonna back mine up with story, and that's
my drink of choice would probably be wine, actually. But if I want to get like manly, it'd probably be a Guinness. I'd probably have at least one Guinness and then just sip on wine the rest of the evening, or some Diet Pepsi. It depends on who Cookout is for.
No, don't hate on this man for the Diet Pepsi. He's fine.
I'm not hating on him, but I just love how he said I want to get manly, but then ended it with the Diet Pepsi. Not only that, but the wine and then Diet Pepsi right after.
Let me tell you something,
wine,
Jason.
I love it, Jason.
Don't listen to any of that. You want to drink wine, it's man enough. It's not about what you're drinking. It's the man himself. I'll walk in drinking water, and I can come off more manly than a lot of these guys running around throwing beer cans at people.
I don't know cans of people. I do try to get that little ball out of the Guinness, though.
6'8", dude. That's not even fair. Like, I'm drinking water.
You're Tom Cruise's size, and you have the exact same bravado. You have the exact same bravado. You walk the same line.
I'm taller than Tom Cruise, and I know it because I waited on him.
I'm
He's supposed to be short.
I'm not buying that, Mick, because you're like 6'8". You could drink a Capri Sun and look manly as hell.
I do too. You know what the manliest thing I've ever learned was, and it doesn't. I just call it manly because that's what we do as men. But like, it can just be a truth. The most free thinking or free thing you can do is whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
You know, like when everybody gets mad and they're just like, "Oh no, you can't believe you're doing it." Why? Like, I would, if I'm hurting somebody, I get where you're like, you're breaking the law. Like, okay, yeah, there's an infraction. But if I want to drink a Capri fucking Sun, I will. And I know I can probably kick your ass while I'm holding that thing.
You hear that, Shaq?
Now, the 6'8" has something to do with that. But I don't have to kick your ass. We can be buddies while I drink a Capri Sun, you drink a beer.
You hear that,
What type
Shaq?
of wine are you drinking there, Jason? What's your
Whatever tastes like fruit, Paul. I don't like alcohol. To be honest, that's why.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sangria, baby.
I get one of them nice girly mixed drinks. Those are always the best.
Those are the bomb.
The sweeter the better.
Listen,
You can't be drinking that man. At least I'm just gonna put hair on your chest.
No, I drink the girly shit. I like the girly shit. It's fun.
Good.
It's nice.
Yeah,
it comes with
it
little
is.
shit all over
It's
it.
delicious.
So I'm not calling it girly
That's why they
anymore.
want it so much. Shit.
I'm not calling it being a man anymore. I'm just gonna be like, fuck it. I'm drinking the cool shit.
That's right.
Not the fucking
Hydrating the way I want to.
Too much heartburn with all the girly sweet drinks. That's just heartburn waiting to happen.
If you have too many,
there's a lot of heartburn. There's a lot of sugar in
you
them.
start out with a few good shots, and then you have a couple girly drinks, then you're good.
Yeah, just bring some roll.
You got to see some of the ladies around these parts because they do not drink a lot of that shit.
Jason, I can't wait for you to steal my entire playlist. So.
I'm gonna shut up. Buttoning up and all that shit till it's my turn. Go ahead, Jason.
So if my friends are over, which is when we're listening to the playlist, they're getting hot dogs and hamburgers. If it's just me and my family, probably cooking steaks on the grill. But a lot of this music I've been listening to since like 6th grade, when we used to have little like friend get-togethers and parties and stuff. So my playlist hasn't changed a whole lot. Honestly, most of my cookouts are going to be with those exact same people because I haven't really branched out except for you guys with new friends. So the first one on my list is Look Into My Eyes by Bone Thugs. I Get Around by Tupac. One of my favorite Tupac tracks. Nothing But a G Thing, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. What's My Name by Snoop Dogg. Some non-hip hop. I got 2 of them on here. Back in Black by AC/DC.
Okay.
And then the other one's going to probably surprise a lot of people, but I do like this artist. Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up by Garth Brooks.
Love it. Oh, man. Great song.
Hell yeah.
Party Up by DMX.
Oh, nice.
Whoop, There It Is, Tag Team.
Back again.
It's Tricky by Run DMC. I'm Bad by LL Cool J. Summertime by Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. I made out with a girl under my deck to the song at an 8th grade party. It was a great time. So. Like the memories are flowing in as this music's playing. Follow the Leader by Rakim and Bust a Move by Young MC. And then the last two is Regulators, Warren G. And It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube.
See, very good.
Nice.
There was not a lot on Dan's because like yours went a lot deeper.
Oh, there it is.
It wasn't what you heard on the radio every 30 seconds on Hot 97.
I'm looking forward to Dan's barbecue. I'm gonna have to drive that 3 or 4 hours.
But Dan's barbecue is what I listen to just like now. That's like, I remember the 90s. That's fun. And it's like the surface
I will
level.
say, Jason, last week I slow smoked not only like 2 different proteins. I did a pork loin and I did a whole chicken for my wife. I also decided to smoke for 2.5 hours a beautiful cut of sirloin because the fat content is so good in terms of how the striation goes with it. And like I had 3 proteins and I shoved that meat in there, man. Like all the protein.
That's what she said.
That's what she
I knew somebody was going to say something.
Or we're progressive now, guys.
Yes. They.
True.
It's what they said.
Well, while you're going, Master Shake, why don't you lay on us your list?
Okay, I'll set the scene.
Choice.
Yeah,
Good
I'll
list,
set
by
the
the way,
scene.
Jason. Very solid.
I've been like the grill master of my family since the 1990s. Often, even when I was in high school, my friends would come over and I would smoke meat for them, whether it was venison that I had killed myself, fish I caught myself. Tip,
Get
never
ready, I'm about
smoke
to play the
squirrel.
music.
Yeah, don't smoke squirrel. It's gamey enough as it is. It ends up not great when you smoke squirrel. We tried it once. But in 2004, I made a playlist that I called Hip Hop Holla. And it is the same playlist that I've used at every barbecue since. Every single barbecue. And now this is why. I have 2 reasons why this is my playlist. Like when you have a barbecue and you have people over to your house, you have 2 jobs as the master. To make really good meat. And 2, entertain.
Trying to play you off, sir.
No, you got to set the scene, man. You got to set the scene. Because I know it's a basic playlist. I know it is.
I love it.
I had to cut, but to follow the rules, I did have to cut like 9 tracks from this list. Okay. I cut 9 tracks from this.
But you still had 2 spots left. You only picked 12.
I picked 12. Yeah, that was the key part. I got it down to 12. I think that if you're grilling, you have a responsibility to treat everybody like family. When it's like family, everybody's singing to the songs, having a good time. And forget what I'm drinking. What they're drinking is everything that I put in that cooler. And I make sure there are at least 6 choices of beverages, including from my man Jason, some water and soda, man. Like I get at least some water, some soda. I got 3 beer choices. I got 9 or 10 cocktails on the menu. I'm hitting it, man. Gotta hit it. So my playlist. While I'm drinking, honestly, whatever's in the cooler. Usually at a cookout, I'll have like a blue light. I like Labatt Blue anyway. I have a blue light.
Great.
It's a solid, or Modelo with a lime. Modelo with a lime is another solid. If you're grilling, you're cooking out beer. My smoke started 24 hours ago. If I actually am throwing a big.
I'm coming to Michigan. We're going to make a brisket.
You want to know what the key to a really good brisket is, Mick?
Oh God. What?
For your binding agent with your seasonings, just yellow mustard, dude. It's so simple.
People
want to put all kinds of crazy stuff on it. I've been putting yellow mustard on it forever. Yellow mustard. Anyway, I like Summertime from DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Yep. And that is the number one on that is hitting it off. That starts the cook-off. You know, everybody's kind of trickling in. I play that. Everybody's kind of bobbing their head, getting stuff going. Now, everything else is a little bit out of order, but Gin and Juice from Snoop Dogg is always a guaranteed hit. People will start singing it. Regulate by Warren G and Nate Dogg, the only song that I can sing from start to finish without it playing. Nothing But a G Thing from Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. It was a good hit. Ice Cube hitting up what Jason had. Juicy, Notorious B.I.G., because I got to get that Sega Genesis. Hypnotized from the B.I.G. California Love, Tupac, of course. Now, this is key. This is how we do it from Montel Jordan. Now, then when that comes on, one of your proteins is coming off the grill. You got to sync it up that way. You got to sync it up that way.
See, now I'm just gonna say this: if I ever go to a cookout at Dan's and I hear this song, I'm going to the table. Fuck everybody else dancing. I don't care what everybody's doing. I'm going to get the meat.
Get there now.
The meat's coming off.
It's gonna be nice and hot too.
Cream gets the money, man. Wu-Tang Clan. I guess that's technically, Mick. I guess that's the deepest track on there, but the Wu-Tang, I love them. I put it on
That's
here
like
before
the least deepest Wu-Tang track.
Yeah, for sure.
The most
This has changed
mainstream.
my life.
But the Wu-Tang, I don't know, man. I love the.
I love it.
We have a barbecue. We have a barbecue joint that has Wu-Tang Wednesdays, where they come in and all they do is play Wu-Tang from start to finish of the day, and they have a special Wu-Tang wing that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Dan, before you go on to the next one, because you gave me your list early, and you got two more, and I want you to say them. But before you do that, I wanted to explain something, like, because I had talked to Sturdy the other day about this. Sturdy, remember how I said, and like, listen, my list is super surface and super white boy. I get it. But remember how I said when I moved from Jersey City to the small town I moved to, it was like culture shock?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, Jason's list is what, like, they were talking about when I lived in Jersey City. Dan's list, especially this next one, is what they were talking about in the suburbs. So, Dan, please proceed.
Mo Money, Mo Problems, Notorious B.I.G., Puff Daddy. Plus Mace.
I like that song too, Dan.
I like it. Of course you like them.
Now, at some
This
point,
is the funniest list you gave.
at some point in the playlist, you got to have something for the ladies. You got to have something.
The one
for the
you
ladies.
chose? This
Hell
is
yeah,
the one you chose.
So out of the 28 songs, yes, this is the one I chose.
I mean, I love it.
Back That Thing Up from Juvenile. Hell yeah! Like, this is the simplest playlist, and I tell you this because a summertime barbecue,
I love you.
you have a job to do, and that means you keep it simple. You don't go like I have some deep cuts I could go with. I have some deep tracks. I got about 100 records here I can choose from. I got some up here on the wall. Like, I mean, not anybody has Gordon Lightfoot's take on Don Quixote. Not many people have that. But you know what matters?
Awesome.
Is entertainment. And when you're throwing a summer barbecue and you have your Labatt Blue Light in your hand and you're serving people light beer or Coronas or Modelo's, whatever you're serving, when you're serving them simple stuff, because you need to make them happy. You got those 9 sides, right, Troy? You got like 9 sides. You got to keep them simple. When you're doing those collard greens, you better make sure that you have that bacon fat in there with the butter and you season it just right. You got to have a little bit of spice in there with the cayenne pepper.
Hey, Sturdy's assuming I was gonna have collard greens and stuff at my function.
Like,
I'm just kidding.
I can tell. I'm not
I'm gonna tell you right now, Troy, if I come to Texas, if I came to Texas to visit you and you didn't have no damn greens, some Texas greens out there, I'm gonna just take a flight right back home. I'm gonna take a flight.
I'll tell you in the chat, but there's a whole story to that.
No. We got to keep calm. I got
to tell them in the chat, but there's a whole story with that.
There would be some greens. I was just
Okay,
like,
good.
All right.
You got to make people happy, Mick. And this playlist, from start to finish, this food I'm serving, it makes people happy. And that's what matters. A summertime barbecue is all about making people happy, man. And that playlist makes people happy.
I love you so much. You have no idea. You're an amazing human being, and I'm not saying that facetiously. All right.
You've got amazing enthusiasm.
And I cannot wait to list. No, that's not fair. I was chewing. So on my live podcast.
I was waiting for Dan when you said he has one for the ladies to be like, yeah, Hoochie Mama.
Oh no, I do love that.
Yeah. I was going in a completely different direction. I thought you were going to whip out Jodeci or some shit.
You know what? I almost put on there, Troy.
Regardless, it's always sexual from a different standpoint.
Yeah.
I do have some SWV I could have thrown on there.
See?
But it's not the same vibe, man. It's not the same vibe as everything else on the list. What's up, Fred?
I love you, Fred.
All right, we're going to move on. Trevor, we're going to go with yours next. I'm very interested to see what Cookout lists for you.
Trevor's got the deep tracks, and I love it.
I mean, you're our resident radio host, man, so.
You asked me to do something, and my neurodivergent brain does it in a weird way. So if I was actually going to create a playlist based on the cookouts that I was at the past and I enjoyed, it would be mostly 70s salsa and early 80s, Frankie Ruiz, Hector Lavoe, stuff like that. But I kind of decided to look for music that references barbecues, and with the whole thing of the drink and everything, it's a narrative of 11 songs, and I'm going to let you guys decide where that narrative goes. I'm not going to tell you much else. So my first song is from the 1930s, a Delta blues musician named Bo Carter with Please Warm My Wiener. That is number, let's say it's number 10.
Oh, you never disappoint.
Okay. So the next one is a lovely, about 11-minute chart by Count Basie, released in 1982, called Blues for the Barbecue. Then we follow that up with Chicken Back by Louis Jordan, released somewhere in the late 50s, early 60s, legend of the Southern Chitlin Circuit, did a lot of amazing novelty songs. And then slip into something that I have a little bit more background on. If you do any kind of Puerto Rican cooking, you know there are a couple things you have to have, and that's adobo and sofrito. And I have to go with the song Sofrito by Mongo Santa Maria, released in 1976 on Bahia Records. Wow. Then take it back to roots in a different kind, and that is Jambalaya by Hank Williams Sr., recorded in the late 1950s. It's an amazing song that looks at the cookout in a social Creole situation. It is in the bayou. It is, down south swamp, and it's just really awesome. So the next one is actually another Latin artist, Willie Bobo, percussionist, released in 1966. A great boogaloo called Fried Neck Bone and Some Home Fries. So at this point, as far as drinking goes, I'm not a big drinker, but when I was renting from the parents of one of my best friends, it was a converted barn, they'd have 2 major cookouts each year. And how I bonded with his father, who was ex-military, and we did not see eye to eye, is we would always have a contest on who could do the most shots of Jack. So I'd have to say my drink is Jack. Now with that, in the playlist, the drinking has started. We're going to follow that up with Barbecue by Americana artist Robert Earl Keen from 1994. A very straightforward song, maybe the calm before the storm, and all that drinking and whatever else, I don't know, radioactivity, I don't know. But the next one is by one of my favorite bands, and that is Mortician from 1996 with Hacked Up for Barbecue. If you aren't familiar with Mortician, of course, legends in the world of Somewhere Death Around Doom, a lot of movie references. And then we're going to follow that up with music from a vegan grindcore band that wants you to hate eating meat.
Are you just making these up?
No, these are legitimate songs. I can make you a playlist.
Thing, Nick. That's a thing, yeah.
That's
Bludgeoned?
Wait, say it again. A vegan what?
Okay, okay. So there's a band called Cattle Decapitation. Cow Decapitation were vegan, and their shtick for their first couple albums with the original members were things like human manure, and the cover would have a cow eating a person and pooping it out. So, the song that they did was Bludgeoned, Beaten, and Barbecue of 1999's Human Jerky. Now you get in a feel here, this is getting really crazy, really fast, so God only knows what's going on at this cookout. We're then going to get postmodern.
This is like Rob Zombie's Cookout.
It's getting close. We're going to get postmodern here. And it's a song by a group that is also falls under the death category, and that's Bloodbath with Eaten, a first-person take on how a person wants to eat themselves. And I'm going to end it with a little tune by a grindcore band, black metal band out of South Carolina called Bodily Stew, which fits with the worst thing that can happen at the end of a cookout, a song called Massive Gas Embolism. That is my playlist.
Never disappoint.
That is
Never disappoint.
Oh my
Trevor.
goodness.
And all of that's real, everyone. So if you're watching or listening,
I will make a YouTube playlist.
That's entertaining. That's entertaining. Right
That
there.
is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
vegan grimecore.
My favorite grindcore band, Cow Decapitation.
You're missing Barbecue by Emmett Otter and the Jug Band.
Oh,
Missing
true.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
I was hoping
Go
that would have been
HBO
added
on that stuff.
because
Holy crap! That was a.
That was
a violent cookout, wasn't it?
that was
We're gonna.
that was impressive.
So
Yeah, I know
28 days later, zombies, decide to come and hang out.
Well, Sturdy.
Yeah, I know.
What's your drink of choice, and what's your
See this?
vegan
You want me to follow
grindcore?
up on that list? Well, listen, here it goes. Which, by the way, I do want to say this about this cookout list is like, if we were to do this again, I could have another. I have 14 songs. I can have easily another 14 songs on here. It's just like what literally came to mind to me today.
Yeah.
That's why they're on there. But there's so many damn songs just from different eras of life. But
So literally, very little thought is what you said.
not at all. Not at all. Drink of choice. When I drank Southern Comfort by itself, mixes anything, didn't give a shit.
At least Soko Hundo.
Yeah. Well, it depends. If I'm with family, I'll just drink the normal stuff. I don't want to get tore up like that. The hundo is when I'm at home.
When it's 80 proof, it's too sweet. When it's, I can
And
drink Southern Comfort when it's 100 proof, but not 80 proof, man. I can't do it.
Are you
What did you say,
eating
Mick?
collard greens like Dan attributed to being at most cookouts?
They should be at every cookout, and they should be seasoned right.
Most cookouts.
Yeah.
Not every, but a lot.
Or if you're a
few.
Mormon, you're
Not
Jello.
every, but a few. Yeah. I'll say that.
So 3 of
standing
these
on that
7 cookouts they should be at. I hear you.
But drink of choice now is water or soda if I'm feeling froggy. Yeah, I said it.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Oh my god.
Cause man.
I can't wait because I did not think about drink of choice, but it was a drink. It was a drink that was in every cookout, and I'm not going to say it, but I think it will bring everybody back because I think everybody's had this drink. But Sturdy,
Kool-Aid.
what you got for me? What's your list?
But so again, like I said, kicking it off. This is more so like teenage years and up. Started with Nelly, Ride With Me.
Nice, good song.
Good song to kick it off with, and not a bad song at all. And then
Generation after Dan Surface Level.
I had to do it.
Sure, yeah, do it, man. Sturdy, own it, man, because it's fun.
Oh
music.
yes, I'm owning this shit.
I
Yeah,
love
own
it.
the hell
I'm
out.
gonna tell
I
you.
was fucking with Dan.
I'm gonna tell you 3 things I remember from this video. A one-handed cartwheel, if I'm not mistaken. Booty cheeks and sand. And my friends, I'm talking about the thong song.
Yep.
Yes,
Holy
sir.
cheeks. Yeah.
Especially when that song was like popular, you couldn't get rid of that song for at least 2 or 3 summers easily, if not longer.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Easily.
song was a
And
thing for a
even
while.
nowadays, that's on the throwback playlist.
For
Oh,
sure.
throwback. or some punk ass kids throwing it. Oh, for you old people, no, I'm gonna show you old. I come over there and knock you out. I'm sorry.
You know who I missed though, Jason, was Genuine.
And then I feel like this song right here, even though it's lower on my list, is a very ultimate and important cookout song. Most importantly, the edited version, and that is "Living It Up" by Ja Rule.
Yeah.
The first time I heard that song, I just thought cookouts. And that's not a bad thing at all. You just think cookouts. It's one of those songs you kind of hear in the background, and you're not mad that it's on. You know it. You know. Oh,
it's in my head now, Sturdy. I love it. Yeah.
That's the second CD, right? That's where he became all about love and everything. He was all about he was all about
Pain
murder
is Love or something, I believe.
Yeah, he was all about murder that first CD. I was like,
And
damn.
then, I mean, did I do this on accident or did I do it on purpose? Followed up by Ja Rule's best friend, 50 Cent, In the Club. I mean, come on. Is it a bad song? No. Does it get you going?
Great
and
song.
Then, listen, this is more so for adult parties, and you're going to understand why when I say this next song. And I didn't listen to this song in a long time, but when I added it to the playlist, I was like, yo, this song hits. The Ignition remix, man.
Yes.
Yes.
That song is too good not to have.
Perfect cookout song.
I'm not going to lie to you. Keep the kids out of there. This ain't for the kids.
What song?
Ignition remix.
Remix to Ignition, man.
It's a good song. It bops.
Followed up by Passport.
No.
Damn it.
Followed up by a newer song, actually. Not Like Us. And I'm only going by as much as I've been listening to that damn song over the past, since it came out.
It almost made mine. Not Like Us.
That's going to make it. And then Big Pimpin'. Jay-Z. Cannot forget that song. And I had to do it for myself. Billie Jean.
What's
up?
Snap. Michael Jackson on here. But again, this list, it's an interchangeable list. I feel like a summer playlist or cookout list is a very interchangeable list. Yeah. But followed by How We Do by The Game, and then Hate It or Love It by The Game. I Get Around, Tupac. How Do You Want It? Again, Tupac. Rough Riders Anthem, DMX. And then ended it off with Summertime. You gotta have Summertime on your summertime. Your cooker time. Your summertime playlist. Anytime there's a summertime playlist, a cookout playlist, if summertime's on your playlist, don't invite me to that function.
Damn.
Because I don't care if it's the very first song you play and I just missed it.
It's gotta be the first. It's gotta be the first, man. It's gotta be as they're coming in.
It just has to be coming on there at some point.
No. 100% agree. All right. That's a good list, man.
Appreciate it.
It's a solid list. I really like that list, man. Okay. Holly.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to hate my list, and I'm mad that you make me go after Troy, because Troy makes me want to do vocal exercises, be a deeper voice, but here we go.
He's got to move to Texas, I guess. Texas for a few years, his voice will get deeper.
Drink of choice. No, drink of choice at.
Yeah, no, speak into the mic.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad choice.
Is that better? Is going to be there's always going to be peace tea at my cookouts. I know that's non-alcoholic, but that's always going to be there.
What's up,
and as for alcohol, it's going to be the honey Tullamore Dew, because that thing is just on fire right now, and I could drink the shit out of that.
It's a good whiskey. That's a good Irish
my
whiskey.
God.
Paul.
Oh, man,
right.
it's too
Jameson's
good.
better, but that's a good whiskey.
Fair. Mm-hmm.
No one's been mixed yet, so
drinks for friends though. Nah, everyone drinks too much, so it's BYOB. I'm sorry.
What, Paul? You got to supply.
No, I can't afford that. I can't. You should see these boys drink. Everyone puts down a fifth each. I can't afford that.
I'm not going to cheap ass Paul's cookout.
Every barbecue there,
and I'll bring moonshine for everybody.
Man. Every barbecue.
I will get a keg, and then everyone else can bring liquor if they want.
No, I get that.
No, for me, I don't drink at all, so I'm not going to waste my money on alcohol. Anyway. Hey, if you want it, you bring it.
I don't know. When you're saying there's
I do the green stuff. I'll share that.
Brian.
When you say bring your own beer, though, it's kind of like you're already got the summertime credits already playing on your damn parties. Your party's already over. You know
I got you kids covered with the soda.
You gotta at least, okay, Paul, you got to supply a beer. What beer are you supplying to your fans, man?
Bush.
For my certain crowd, they're all gonna go for like probably Miller Lite. This is the choice.
That's fine. That's fine. That's a good cookout beer. Miller Lite is beer.
I'll provide beer. I just meant liquor. No, like I just can't
okay.
afford the liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Besides
I was
moonshine,
gonna
I'll
that,
always have a couple mason jars of moonshine for anybody.
How am I
Yeah.
supposed to have the ultimate fan experience at your house if you're not going to have, if you're going to serve me light beer?
Yeah, Milwaukee's
You don't
best.
drink.
It's a
Hey,
good cookout beer,
man.
Nick.
Mick, I will
I'm
get you
drinking.
drunk off your ass. I got you.
And this Texas heat, you would think me. I mean, not only did you have a good time, you actually survived to tell the tale. I mean,
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I
You
actually
wouldn't die.
prefer light beer personally.
That's fair. All right,
I
so
drink
for,
with people in Texas. Shit goes sideways real quick.
yeah, it's no fun drinking beer in 105 degree temperature. No matter what kind of beer it is. You know,
I'm going to start micking some of you guys. And Paul, tell
Sorry.
us your list. I want
all
to
right,
hear it.
so we're gonna start it off. You know, it's North Carolina Southern, so the song of choice out here is gonna be "Chicken Fried" by Zach Brown Band. It's always gonna start with that. Gets everyone in the mood. Everyone starts pouring their drinks. They're all good. I love oldies, so you're gonna find a shit ton of oldies in this playlist. So the next song is gonna be "Hey Lover" by the Daughters of Eve. My mom actually is the one that got me into
Awesome.
cooking, and she used to cook to oldies all the time. So it just kind of makes me remember times of being a child with her. So it just gets me in a good cooking mood. Take it for what it is. The next song is going to be "White Lines" by Grandmaster Flash.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about why. We're just going to say it's there. And then we're going to go with "Boots" by Hardy as number 3, because it's another good drinking song about messing your life up, and we've all been there. And anyway,
What
then
are you going to with Trevor?
we'll go anywhere. Trevor and I are good. The next song is going to be "The Twist" by Chubby Checker.
Oh, nice.
Because, like I said, I'm oldies at heart, so there it is. And then I go to "Modern Girl" by the Bleachers.
Okay.
A lot of my friend group, we love that group, so it's just easy for all of us to sing along and have a good time with it. The next one's going to be "The Ballad of a Southern Man" by Whiskey Myers.
Great song.
Another one that just kind of gets everyone in the mood, about time for food. After we're done eating, we're going to start off with "Stagger Lee" by Lloyd Price.
Nice.
It's one of my
Lloyd
favorites.
Price is awesome.
Yes. And then while everyone's digesting the food and getting ready for some dessert, we're going to do "Sleepwalk" by Santo and Johnny. Because I
Oh,
just love good
nice.
instrumental. It's just easy
Yeah.
listening. And then we go into "Tiny Dancer" because who doesn't like Elton John? I've never met anyone that doesn't like Elton John, honestly.
It's true.
And then Troy, I know your vocal cords hit this, so you'll probably appreciate this one. It's going to go to "Can't Get Enough of Your Love" by Barry White.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Good fucking song.
I'm familiar. Yes.
Oh my God, I love Barry White. And drunk Paul thinks he can sing Barry White, so it's always fun. Then we go with "The Way You Do the Things You Do" by the Temptations.
Ooh, it's a good
And then
song.
as we're kind of toning it down, you know, we're starting to get the s'mores going and everything. We're going to play "Life on Mars" with
nice.
David Bowie.
David Bowie. Yeah.
And then we're going to do "Hang On Sloopy" because that's just one to pep everyone up and try to sober everyone up before we try to get out there. And then the farewell song is going to be "Surfer Girl" by the Beach Boys.
Nice.
Very
There
good.
it is.
Very nice.
Good
Oh,
stuff.
good broad range there.
There's a wide range, yeah. But you know what? I think I know why, Paul, and I think it's the same reason why mine is kind of a different wide range of genre. We're travelers for most of it. We traveled a lot, so like a lot of like I bet a lot of the barbecues or cookouts that you went to were in different places, and they're different styles.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's in here has imprints of like everywhere I've lived, you know. So that's a big one. I also think that, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. I think a lot of cookout music is rollover and generationally. Like we hold on to the ones we like, and then the next generation will add some, and then you kind of roll over, and then it just stays.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I feel like with I agree with that 100%. I also feel like with that too, like say if someone close passes around, when you play the next Cookout song, sometimes a lot of those songs they were there with you, especially with somebody older in your family, you kind of throw those ones on a little bit more, just because it makes you think of the times with them there, maybe singing to the song, singing off key or dancing or whatever the case may be. You're just so you may add those older songs on. Of course, your playlist is long as hell, but I do agree with the whole new generation adding on. I mean, I have one from this year, literally from this year.
Yeah, me too. On my list, I've added one from this year as well. But no, I love it so far. Some great lists. So I'll take us home with my lists. All right. The way I built this out was mood, almost like it's almost planned to like from when you get there, where we're trying to keep you. I imagine maybe a pool is there or something, something like that. Then to eating, and then to kind of coming through the night. Again, imprints of everything on here. Starting it off with definitely a Jersey imprint. Don't Stop Believing. That's kicking things off. It's getting people ready to go.
We claim that song in Michigan.
You can't have it.
We claim that song in Michigan. We claim the hell out of that song.
No, you can't have it. And then it's a brand new song from 2024. I added to this because I thought the vibe of it is very cool. It's about drinking. It's a lot of fun. It's a bar song by Shabuzi.
Yeah.
Very popular right now. He's also a local artist to where in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Really?
Where I used to live before I moved out here. So I like the song, man. Very good stuff. So I hated that. I thought that'd be a good addition to the Cookout music. Summertime. Because now you got a drink in your hand from the last song. You got to have Summertime. You're going to toast Summertime. Will Smith, Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Three different playlists.
Yep. Ooh La La by The Faces. That's where your friends are showing up. You're all kind of hanging out. You're hugging, and that just reminds you. It just brings you back to that feel of it. I added this one as a personal one. Come On, Eileen. I love the song. It's peppy, it's upbeat, but I remember when we did a cookout for my buddy Scott's engagement party when he and his wife got engaged. And his mom's name was Eileen. And they had an 80s band there covering songs, and they were singing Come On, Eileen. And I picked her up and ran and jumped into the pool with her while dancing. So and she had a great time with it. She was a very good sport about it. She's a wonderful woman. But that always reminds me of that moment. So it's always going to play at every cookout for me. Miranda says, born and raised in South Detroit.
I told you.
Taking a train out of there. Why would you want this song to represent your state? He's desperately trying to get out
every
of the
single
state.
sporting event, they scream that lyric. Here's the funny part. There is no South Detroit. It doesn't exist. There's no South Detroit.
You want to know
Canada.
You want to know a fun fact? A small town called South Beloit, Illinois. They claim that song as well, and they sing South Beloit when it says Detroit. Just saying, because I'm serious. I'm serious because I'm from South Beloit, so there's people that actually claim.
Are you one of those people?
No, I don't claim that shit. But that's not
great
me.
song, Troy. Come on, man.
I'm not saying it's not a great song. I'm not saying that. Just because everybody claims it, don't mean I gotta claim it too.
Streetlights, people. Streetlights, people. All right. Next up after that, we got to rev things up a bit. We got to get it going. People want to party. They want to sing. They want to dance, and they want to get in the pool. So we're taking it up a notch with a Jersey classic, "Living on a Prayer."
Oh, I hate Bon Jovi.
I don't care. And then you rev up the world with "Living on a Prayer." If I'm going to battle, that song is why New Jersey, like if everyone turned on New Jersey and was like, all right, we're going to take over New Jersey, we would be the United States of New Jersey by the end of the week, because that song and everybody's just ready to go. You guys see us and you think, oh shit, it's the guys from fucking Jersey Shore. No, they're in New York. Go see them. Kick rocks. We're the ones who are fucking rocking it out, living on a prayer and shit. With toxic waste.
Yeah, I think we give it to you just so we didn't have to deal with Newark, New Jersey. But
there you go. That too. Boom. Love it. Tony Soprano's. Jesus. All right, let's go. All right, so Living on a Prayer gets everybody revved up. I have never not seen a white person sing to this at any cookout or barbecue I've seen. It doesn't matter who's throwing it.
That's a big statement.
That is Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf.
That was my mother and my now deceased stepfather's song. That was their song, and it's such a terrible like couple song, but they sing it like couples sing it all the time, and I'm like, why? That is a terrible couple song.
Revving it up all the way, but that's it. Paradise by the Dashboard Light. That's how you really get them. But then you got to take it down a bit. You got to, they're in the water, they're chilling. You're cooking now because you have to get ready to start serving this food.
I've been cooking the whole time.
So it's feel me. Well, all right, but getting ready. It's like cooking that's like, all right, we got to get the shit ready to go with it. Calm it down. Shut up. I'm nicking you in a second. You get a little too wild over here. You've been on hiatus for too long. You go with Feel Me Flow by Naughty by Nature.
Nice.
I think that's a perfect cookout song. Why not, man? It's such a great. It gets you going, gets you rev, and then you take it down. Darius Rucker, Wagon Wheel. That's my wedding song.
Yes.
It's cool. Everybody's gonna start sitting down, eating, chilling out. You want them to relax. Be able to like really get that down. Then you go to Electric Relaxation by A Tribe Called Quest. Oh, nice. Now everybody's just chilling, eating, but you got to bring it back up after they're done, right? And you go with Fat Lip by Sum 41. It jazzes it up a bit, but it's not in your face. But then you go with my most controversial pick on this list. And yes, Remix of Ignition is on this list, but that's not it. I'm going to say you go with Nickelback, Rockstar. And here's where my rant comes in.
I actually like
fake haters, all right, of Nickelback. Nickelback is not that bad. You guys hate. It's the same shit you're peddling. It's the same shit.
I peddled nothing but hip hop. I peddled hip hop.
I mean they're like compared to Buck Cherry and stuff like that. I mean,
you gave us vegan
Michigan
grindcore. No,
and you understand why I don't like Nickelback.
I refuse to allow this. I'm taking it back. I'm taking Nickelback back. We're not letting them fail. Creed, I get. Scott Stapp's an asshole, but leave Nickelback alone. Let them make their money. They made some fun little hits. It's not a big deal. The fact that you like Limp Bizkit more than Nickelback disturbs me a bit. Because they were
I hated Limp Bizkit more. And
anyway,
we booed him off the stage. We booed Nickelback off the stage during a Thanksgiving game in Detroit.
I don't care. Everybody plays Nickelback at some point in their life and likes it, and then it's just like, no, now I must hate it because everybody else says that. But not old Mickey.
I would put Nickelback with Journey.
Listen,
Journey
I love
like
Journey. Kicked it off with Journey.
Not a lot of people want to admit to it, but Journey is quite good. But they don't do a lot outside of their genre to make it new. Nickelback's kind of the same way and the same popularity. Now, will I ever choose to listen to either? No, but I dig you like it.
There you go. And I'm not even saying, listen, no, I'm not going backwards. I love you, Nickelback. I love you. No, you're getting micked. I love you, Nickelback. I love you, Chad Kroger. You're my hero.
Damn.
Nice.
Because he sang that song, didn't he? He sang Hero.
Nice.
From Spider-Man. Anyway, then you gotta kick it off. Now it's revved up. You gotta get the bonfire going. So you go to Hey Ya from Andre 3000, Outkast themselves. That's a great song. Then you go to the remix of Ignition. Really get it bumping. Then you lean into Chicken Fried.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bring it home because now I'm a little drunk. I've eaten, got full belly. I'm sitting back, watching the fire, sitting around looking at all my friends, looking at my lady, looking at my kids, having a good time, thinking about me and my past and where I'm at in life. And I realize I'm not as good as I once was.
but I'm
It
as
was
good
an
once as I ever
existential
was.
barbecue.
Ever be. And Toby Keith's. I have no idea what's coming out of you over there, vegan Prime Core.
I don't know where that's going, but that yeah. None
No,
of that is coming out.
it's As Good as I Once Was by Toby Keith. I love that song. So, so that's what it is. All right. Well, it's been fun.
Awesome.
I'm kicking you all out.
No,
No, but I
review
appreciate.
Twister still.
Yeah, we do. We're going to review Twister coming up. But I want to say thank you to everybody jumping in, hanging out with us, sharing your lists with us. It was a really good time. And appreciating you letting me bust your balls a little bit there, Dan, especially. You were the pincushion tonight, but I love you for it. It's always a good time. But yeah, we're probably going to have everybody back next week with the minus Paul, unfortunately.
Oh, you can't make it next week? What's the deal?
No, he's going to
be out of town.
Oh.
I know. It was poor
I'll
timing.
send you all my list.
But I made up for it because the very next episode is the Paul episode.
Yes.
Paul gets to pick the topic. Paul gets to pick the top 5. Paul gets to pick the movie that we're reviewing, as long as it's new. So he's gonna have the Paul episode. It's gonna be fun. So, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on, hanging out with us, having a good time. I'm gonna let you guys go one by one, but I'm gonna hold off. And Troy, if you can, I'd like you to pitch your stuff.
Oh, appreciate that.
Yeah. So, all right. Remember, everybody, go check out Ambassador Media and Radio. But my man Trevor down here, as you guys see, there's music out there you've never heard or listened to ever, and you're going to want to go hang out and talk to him.
And he likes Sepultura, which means he's a genius.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much, Trevor. We're going to say goodnight to you. We appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us.
Thank you so much, and great to be with all of you.
And we'll see you next week, sir. All right, Dan the Manual. Go hang out in the back. We'll see you after the show. That's all I'm going to say. He was getting micked at some point. At some point, he had to be micked. Jason, thank you so much for joining in tonight, man. I really appreciate you. You are the man. You can go hang out in the back, too, if you want. Or if you got to take off, love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Hi, guys. Love you guys.
Make sure you go check it out. Make sure you go check out the 3 Geeks podcast and Matt Talk. Everything will be linked below, so you can go check it out. But that's where Jason's coming from, and they're great shows. So go hang out and follow them. All right. Now, Sturdy Bird. You didn't watch the movie, so we're kicking you out. So it's been real. It's been fun. Go check out Rarest or Sturdy and Popcorn and Pints. 2 great shows. And I will be on Sturdovision and Popcorn and Pints this weekend, so you're going to want to come hang out for both of those. It's a lot of movies, a lot of watch parties, a lot of craziness, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you join in for that. Sturdy, go hang out in the back, and I'll see you.
Coming too. I'm out though. I gotta run.
I'm not letting him leave. He's got to stay. All right, Troy.
Yes,
tell
sir.
us about Troy Hill Talks. Give us a little pitch, my friend.
Well, Troy Hill Talks is just a movie review channel, just honest reviews. If anything, you might not agree with me, but it might change your overall perspective. So you might be a little more open to some things that are a little bit different than you're accustomed to. Just that and just funny shorts. That's really all I have going on at this moment. I mean, I do have a show that's going to be coming out in September. It still has no name, but that'll be happening sooner or later here. I got a band, actually, that I'm pretty excited about. It's going to be playing opening and closing and stuff. So, we're still trying to figure that out. So,
I love
it. That's really all I got going on right now.
It's a great channel. Go check out Troy Hill Talks, link down below. And I want to say thank you, Troy, for coming on, sharing your list with us and hanging out.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll be back again next week. We'll be talking horror movie songs, so I can't wait for it. But we're going to let you go now. Go hang out in the back, and or if you got to take off, it was a pleasure to see you, sir.
Yep, I'll see you guys again. I need to go get me something to eat, so you guys take care and have a good evening.
You too, sir. Take care, bro.
All right, take it easy.
All right, Paul. You know, it's about that time.
Heck yeah.
It's about the time that we go and we review this fucking movie. That's for goddamn sure. It's Twisters. That's right, everybody. We watched Twisters. We're only doing one movie this week because we did such a long episode with the lists. Hope you enjoyed it. But Twisters, man, it's the sister sequel sort of to Twister from 1996. There's no real connection other than a nice little nod to the original.
Right.
This is new characters, new story. They're just doing the same job basically, and that's does not take away from it. I will say that. Paul, what was your impression of Twisters when you saw it for the first time?
So I've seen it twice now. First time I absolutely loved it. Second time I just wanted to tear it apart just to see if I could find anything to tear apart, which I couldn't. I went in with low expectations because as far as reboots go, I'd say over the last like at least 10 years, they fail. They mess up or they just make it just a replica of the original and it just pisses you off. I loved that they made this its own thing and still gave the nods to the original. I like that they did their own thing. It was unique. It wasn't quite as a drama as the original. You know, it was a lot more action. There still was drama involved. I'm not saying there's not, but it just wasn't the main couple story being like the main story kind of Twisters. The CGI looked amazing. It was very believable. They did a great job. Glenn Powell is a force to be reckoned with as well. I love his acting style. He was very believable. I loved him in Top Gun. I'm excited to see how he progresses.
Another legacy sequel too.
Yeah. And he just keeps killing. And I'm proud of him, and I'm just proud of how they did this one. It just captivated you the whole time. There's so many scenes that you realize you're watching a movie, but like you catch yourself kind of almost holding your breath because you're like, oh, okay, how are you gonna make a tornado seem very intense? And you're like, oh my god, like I want them to get out. How are they gonna get through this or that? And this one had spoiler alerts for anyone. They definitely did not mind killing people off by getting sucked into the tornado like they did in the original. Because in the original,
they didn't do that as much as you think in the original. That's one thing I noticed about this. And I'll put up the spoiler warning while we're doing it. But like the original, like people didn't die. Like there were a few people who died. This movie was like devastation.
There were over 9 that accounted for this one. The original was only 3. Because you see her dad die in the original, and then you see those 2 guys in the truck when they get too close. But this one, you start with 3 within the first 10 minutes, which was fucking insane. And
they're so hard about it too.
Yes, when that man said, I got you, and then he didn't even get himself, just swoop. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, dude! I was like, should I never go under one of those? Like, I'm like, is this a terrible idea? And it was just a split-second decision. I'll tell you, this movie for me was a lot of fun. Yes, it makes you feel the intensity. Go see it in the theater if you can.
Yes.
The sound adds to it, just the feel the whole time. I really loved it. I love the characters. The actors are all fun. Daisy Edgar, I think, is the young woman who played Kate in the movie. And or Daisy Jones Edgar. I'm not really sure what her middle name is. She was great. I'd never seen her in anything before, but she was very likable. I really enjoyed her presence in the movie. She carried it well. Glenn Powell, of course, like you said, is a force to be reckoned with when he comes in. And it sucks because like he's such a good actor. But he's so fucking good looking. Like he is he is a Ken doll. He's that good looking. I feel like if he never gets a cannibal text or something thrown against him, he's probably already outshined Armie Hammer. Because I feel like those are just really good looking, like all American gentlemen. But man, Glenn Powell is he was very fun in this. He was the breath of fresh air. Like my biggest argument for this movie, I would say, is it doesn't have the charm as the original. Like I went back and watched the original after watching this, and as soon as you see everyone's face on the team, you're beaten because you know who everybody is. And I'm talking about like that's the same feeling I had when I saw it in theaters, and you didn't know any of those actors,
right?
And I had seen Twister before I saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay.
So like it's not like I'm looking at Alan Ruck and be like, I remember. Like in fact, I think if anything, I probably that City Show with Michael J. Fox.
Oh, Sin City.
Sin City.
Spin City.
Yeah.
Spin.
I
Sorry.
got you. But no, but and there was a lot of charm there. And Bill Paxton brought a lot of that charm too, and that camp that was just special about it. This didn't have that. It seemed more straightforward, but it was good. It was a good movie. It just is more. There's no subtext anymore,
Right.
I feel they're really, because even like when you watch Top Gun Maverick, like there's not a whole lot of subtext there. They're just kind of explain everything right out for you. And that might be a good topic to get into, and we'll talk about that another time. But that's that. I think that's why the charm wasn't there for me in this one. But did really like it. Let's give our ratings for it real quick before we. Paul gave it a 4. I gave it a 3. I think this one, go check out in theaters. It's worth it.
Yes.
And I didn't say that about a lot of stuff coming out this year.
Yeah. And I will say, as far as since I saw it twice, I saw it once at a GPX, which is, the laser projector with the full Dolby Atmos sound around. And then I also saw it in like a standard format, which is regular speakers, one rattling next to you. We all know those theaters. I will say it's worth paying to go see at the better theater for the sound and the screen. I wouldn't say it's taken away, but I'd say you don't get quite as the impact as we did for paying. Because I got a movie pass thing that we saw it for free, and I still was willing to pay the $18 per ticket just to go see it at a better theater, and it was absolutely worth it.
Movies like that, I definitely agree. Like if it has that available, you should. Yep. Lord Duncan, welcome. Hey gents, what's shaking? Brian agrees he really liked Twisters as well. Glenn Powell could play Boomhauer if they ever make the real person. That's true.
You are absolutely right about that.
And I remember not knowing Philip Seymour Hoffman for Twister. Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of familiar faces on that team too, that you see, and I really dug that about it. But yeah, that's our ratings for it. Like the movie,
yeah,
go see it, go check it out. And that's our review for it. So, and I also did a written review on Letterboxd where I got a little more in depth about everything, so you can go check that out. But I think it's time. I went with a movie from 1988, a fun little one, and that is Bloodsport.
Nice.
Everybody should go check out Bloodsport if you haven't. It's a completely farcical story. None of it's awesome. The guy just completely lied his ass off when he wrote a book, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme made the movie. But the movie's awesome. Sonny Chiba's in it. Why not watch it? Lots of fun. Like, I don't watch it thinking like that guy was a hero. He won the Kumite. I watch it because it's Jean-Claude Van Damme winning the Kumite. That thing could not be real. I don't know if it is. I don't know if anything's real anymore because it's 2024 and it is all, some kind of program. But all I'm going to say is Jean-Claude Van Damme won the Kumite in 1988, and it was awesome. I witnessed it because I've seen this movie, and you should watch it too.
Yes.
Did you like The Watchers? We did do a full review of it. I don't think I was that big of a fan of it. Glass Gloves is Kickboxer, sir. Kickboxer is the Glass Gloves. The Kumite is like the boards that go up on either side of the raise them and the big one. All right. Guys, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, StubHub. Thank you, StubHub. If you want to get out, go see a ball game, maybe go see a concert or some other kind of awesome venue playing something awesome, go check it out. Comedy, all that wonderful stuff. I get my tickets on StubHub. I'm going to see AJR in a week. So you guys should go check it out too. We have a link down below. Thank you to StubHub for sponsoring this show. We truly appreciate you, and we hope you guys will find some really fun stuff to go and see. But I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. One thing that I did forget to mention earlier when Dan was here, but that is, yes, he is one half of the awesome pair that host Betting Bros, which tell you how to bet on NFL games with their awesome algorithm. Well, guts, instincts, and his gut. He goes by his gut attitude, and his brother's maths awesome algorithm, which he put together. So go check out Betting Bros, which is coming back very, very soon, and I'm super excited. Well, Paul, that's our show, man. But thank you for everybody joining in. Thank you, Paul, for being here, hanging out with us. I do enjoy our mixtape episodes. I'm sorry he won't be here for next week.
Yeah.
It's the Paul episode afterwards, so it's going to be good.
It'll be chaotic.
So it will be a good time when we're talking about the Olympics and everything else. So,
Heck yeah.
Paul, do you have anything you want to say before we get going?
I know everyone's wrapping up your summer, so safe travels to everyone. Love your family, make some great memories, because time's always passing. We never know how much time we have left. So live it up these last couple weeks. Keep watching, keep listening, keep loving the magic of movies.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Remember, guys, I'll be live tomorrow. Get Geeked Live. You pick the topics in the comments, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can join in. You tell me what you want to talk about, and I will talk about it. And it'll be a good time. It can also be an AMA if you want it to be. So please get those questions or topics ready to discuss. Many new things going on, so it could be a really great time. All right. Before we get going, I mentioned Get Geeked. So yeah, join in for that. I'll also be live on Jeff Twoskin's Crossing the Streams. I'm part of the panel now, so make sure to check that out. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm going to be talking about The Acolyte tomorrow. So every week we pick out something that's streaming to talk about, and that's what I will be discussing. We'll be discussing so much more. So make sure you join in. He's got some great guests on that as well. But yeah, everybody, thank you again so much for joining in tonight, hanging out with us, listening to us. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know the other episodes of this show going live or other great shows that we're putting on our YouTube channel are coming out as well. If you're listening to us at a different time, please remember to follow, like, and remember to rate and review. That's really important. Really appreciate it, especially if you're on iTunes. It goes a long way for us. But yeah, we truly appreciate you guys. Thank you again so much. And until next time, remember to be kind, stay classy, and take care of yourselves. That's important. And I will talk to you later.